All right, better late than never. Good evening, everyone watching tonight. This is week 4 of Swiss matches for the Metroid Planets tournament. My name is Skyhawk. Got Paragon over on tracking tonight. Ratio should be starting here momentarily. So just before we get going here, just a reminder of the settings for this week. Week 4 Swiss is going to be 6 area large with 3 custom areas. Norfair will be replaced by Classic Criteria. Cradle will be replaced by Frozen Flame. And Turian will be replaced by what's called Pyre and Race. So expect a lot of heated runs in the seed. As 2 of the 3 zones are very heated, mandatory, so to speak. All right, timer is going to start. Probably going to have a little bit of a sync to do. So this week's seed, we've got 3 bosses showing up. So one of our 3 main bosses is missing. We're going to start here. So we do have a start in Norfair, or aka Classic Criteria. Does a heads up, this area will likely revolve around a lot of morph ball checks. And a couple combat rooms. I expect the runners to thoroughly check out the area, as there's likely going to be a couple majors, as there isn't much in terms of requirements to get to most places. All right, we're going to get our first map check. Let's see what we get here is a likely blind check from both. Oh, no. Gore's doing a more smart option, just checking the bottom route of the landing site. Both runners seem to have done the same thing. And we'll just keep following the same path for now. So far, a very long, drawn-out start. I would expect to find a likely 4 or 6 room hub coming up with likely several 1x1s and items located in them. I think ideally the runners would like to see a morph ball start. Oh, there's an elevator. Gore's going to go right by it. Opting to continue searching. A second elevator next to it. Well, that'll make going around a little easy today. Both runners still opting to go the same path. Oh, we got our first item. How ironic. Wave beam first major of the day. That'll make Gorodor a happy camper. All right, first combat room. This should have a major. It's one of the few rooms that'll offer a major. Oh, wow. And glad to be proven wrong. We got our first missile pickup. Turia tube's got a bomb check. So both top and bottom of that tube is bomb blocks. But based on the look of that room, there is a path heading up. Just don't know what it is. Wow. Look at this sink. Both runners opting to go back. All right. First divergence. Thank God. Gore going back the other way. Koopa going left. That leads us to Ridley. That's got to be a long beam check. He's not really trying to break it. So he's going to go down. Brinstar on Gore's side. This will have an item. Where are you going? Go back. There we go. And we have long beam. Okay, that opens up Ridley. Well, Gore doesn't know that yet. Or he's going to opt to dig a little deeper. Now, Koopa's trying to break logic, hoping to get to the button before the blocks. It's not going to be doable in this room. Yeah, you're going to have to go a little faster than that, Koopa. First E-Tank pickup for Gore. I'm expecting a lot of E-Tank pickups from this, especially if they don't find various suit early on. Still pushing this. This is going to be a bit of a time loss for him. That's hilarious. Me and Gore were just talking about this Ripper room he's in right now. I mistaken it for something else earlier and thought it was a pumpkin. Koopa really needs to stop doing this. Oh, here we go. We got La Boule for Gorodor. Right now, at least for Brainstar, doesn't show it has much, but this is big for Classic Criteria if there's if he wants to go pick up some miners. Like I said, Classic Criteria has a lot of morph ball checks. Mostly just for items, not really for entering any areas or something like that. Oh, we already got Spore Spawn a little early, less than 5 minutes in. Where's that misses? He's gonna go for it. Yeah, looks like he did. We'll see how big of a push this is. Oh, he's not going to get past that room. That rat's nest may have an item, has an item near the top, but he does not have any type of vertical movement to get to it. Here's our first look at Spore Spawn for the evening. Once again, getting his spotlight that SM would not provide. So far, nothing yet for Koopa to tell him that he's kind of on the right track here. A lot of heated runs. He doesn't have enough energy to get through this room, even at full. He's gonna try it again. I will say, as much as this doesn't seem to be the right move, it is nice to see that he is trying. I don't generally try to do this to this room. There we go. Got it again. Well, this room's going to be in logic for Koopa. Alright, Spore Spawn down for Gore. I'd safely say that he has the lead right now. So there is another item on the left side of this room that Koopa is in. It is one of these must-check 2x2 rooms. Usually likes to have an item. And we have an Ice Beam. Well, that is good pickup for Koopa. If he's going to stick around here, he wants to find some E-Tanks. Right now, he's pretty much locked behind a couple of really long heated runs. We got Amazeballs 4, 3 items in this room. At least one of them can be a major. He could check the bottom item if he decides to just jump from the bottom part of the elevator. No, opting to leave. So he's going to go pick up some... Ooh, a connector through Brinstar and Turian. Hopefully that means a possible Turian dip for an item. At least in my practice sessions, that has not been the case. It's made Pyre and Waste actually very lacking in terms of the actual run. I was actually talking about this with Paragon prior to the race, so it would be very interesting if it did, because that would involve a lot of heated moves. Okay, Gorodor opting to leave. Is he going to take the other elevator? This would be a good move for him if he does. He's got one tank. It's not going to give him too much in terms of the heated run option, but it will get him in there. Oh, no, he's going to keep going, looking in cross-skirt here, probably because he has his Morph Ball. Right, Koopa's refilled on missiles. He's going to probably give Ridley a chance here. Oh, Ridley's a heated run. And a big MST room here. Yeah, that's not going to pay off for him. And a second E-Tank for Gore. That's going to be good. Koopa's still trying Ridley. I would not be doing this right now. Your lack of E-Tanks should just spell it out for you. But this will do nothing but continue to give Gorodor the lead here. Here's one of these Morph Ball rooms I mentioned. There's several of these in this custom area. Another tube room. Also a vertical check. Looks like there's an item up there based on the map scan. But he's gonna need bombs for that. Oh, we got another combat room. This one might have another major. Oh, Koopa, wish you stuck around for this. No, Gore, you got to finish the room. All right, this for me is an early varia for this week's settings. It's going to be good for the heated runs, especially in Freeze Flame, where like 99% of the rooms are heated. But that also leads to the possibility of that early Pyre and Waste dip now that there's that connector. Alright, just a missile. Got a reset from Gore. Is he going to finally take that second elevator? I think he will. There he goes. So Gorodor is in a much better spot heading into this Ridley now. He's going to be able to do a couple heated runs that Koopa couldn't do. And there's an E-Tank for Koopa. He'll be happy to see that. It's still not going to be enough for the rooms that he's got in the way. Gore's coming into the room with ice. I know he'll be happy to see that as well. A Chrono Core pickup for Koopa. Chrono Core is one of these new items that are specific only to planets. There are 8 active cores and 2 passive cores. Each one grants a rather unique effect. Most of the time they're situational. Sometimes they're more of an item replacement. And in regards to Chrono Core, it creates, as you can see, this little gray field think of it as a time dilation field. So any enemies that enter that field will actually move slower. And we'll explain the rest of them as we see them. All right, so Gordo's coming in there, and we noticed that he managed to shoot that last item at the bottom. Sees that magnet core. He's not going to be able to get it because there's bomb blocks in the way. And no, Gore. Pixels is one thing. Buffered pixels is another. Switch over to Koopa for now. Right. From what I can tell, it looks like Gorodor has defeated Ridley. Less than 15 minutes in, he's got his 2 first bosses. So now, in theory, he could go straight to the Pyre and Wastes. There are some bomb and spring ball checks that might be in his way. But it's 15 minutes in. I wouldn't blame him if he went and gave it a shot. I think dial-up looks better than this, Bagel. Let's see if this stream can handle oh man. All right, Gore. You know what? I want to see this push. Let's give us a show here. Koopa's still pushing Ridley. And it's like 16 minutes in. At some point, you have to tell yourself to give up and try something else. You have another elevator. Like there are some of us in the tournament that like to be very risque. All right. So Gorodor is doing the pixelated gamble. There's the entrance. That's hilarious. The connector's kind of useless. Although I'd be curious to see where that leads. Okay, so this room has 4 main doors. There is a 3 center doors that lead to basically a 2-screen gap in the middle. But because Gore feels like he's in go mode, he's not gonna check that. Oh, let's hope he doesn't have to do that part. Oh, Koopa, thank you. You finally decided to just go. Yeah, the missile pickups are good for Gore right now. He knows he's in really early. This will be a good buffer. Koopa's gonna realize he's gonna get this long beam. Realize he spent all that time for nothing. Yeah, of course, hoping he doesn't have to go that route. Still got 3 more doors to check in this big hub. This will pick up there. And the path's moving, that's good. So there are two, I believe, only two Mother Brain rooms available for Pyron Race. Gore will be hoping to find the smaller one of the two. It's just a 1x1. The larger one, I don't remember if it requires a high jump. Definitely not space jump, but it might require a high jump. He'll have to get creative at that point with Ice Beam. There are at least Rinkas in the room and enemies he can use to create platforms. Come on, Gore, you got that top right door. Stop trying to try this one. Alright, well, now we got some stubbornness on Gore's side. Don't. Oh, come on, Gore. Try that top right. Koopa finally gets his morph ball and decides to go back. And I can get an easy. Ooh, Gore went back. Didn't check that top right, the top right door in that room. I don't even know if it's... I'd have to check to see if it's doable. Yeah, to do that. Wow. We're gonna get some exploration here. So Koopa attempting this rat room will not be able to get the item up top. Gonna go right by this. Nice little DSO room. You're gonna have to time your jump. Nope. Not good enough. You'll have to just go to the other side, Koopa. Reset from Gore, checking this other. Wow, wasn't very far away. Didn't want to go through the Tangleweed, even though he loves Tangleweed. Alright, the second attempt, but really, I don't think... No, he's dead. Not gonna win when you hug the boss. Well, the good news for Gore is as long as Koopa keeps pushing this narrative, he's got all the time in the world. trying to find this big room and figure this out here. Who's going back into classic Krat? Is he actually gonna go look for actual Krat, or go back into Ridley? Doesn't have everything needed to. You can't check Rat. You can't check Amazeballs. I guess he hasn't actually explored the area too much. He's going to give it a go. But we know so far that there's really nothing here. Alright, Koopa's going to give Ridley another chance. As long as he doesn't hug him, I think he can do this 35 missiles. He's just got to be really good and not land on him. Okay. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Oh, too many enemies. Take the hint, Koopa. Alright. Trying this again. He's gonna leave. Or picking up Core. Will he equip it? I think it's his only core right now. No, he's gonna choose not to. Doesn't think he needs it. Also not opting to pick up the missiles, so he thinks he's good on ammo. I would not blame him. While we watch this really big hunt, just remember to give these racers a follow. Oh, good if I can type. There we go. I don't think Koopa went this far. He takes a bulky pickup. Just a missile. While I agree with that assessment and point, having knowledge of what the custom areas are, the only room that's going to give him any kind of trouble would be the larger of the two Mother Brain rooms. because it is more Zebutite focused. The smaller 1x1 only has 2, but both also have Rinkas, so that's not such a big deal here. What could stop Gorodor here is a bombs or spring ball check in the escape. Come on, Koopa. Hey, Koopa's got him down. Now, get out of the area, Koopa. Take the win. Go. Oh, I made the jump. Was that worth it? Ugh, phase encore. Not super great now. Gore's gonna check Ridley again. I don't think there's an item here. Could be wrong. No item there. If there's one, it would have to be on the other side. Now he's gonna do it. He's gonna make the jump. No, complete bust. I don't think Gore's got any more checks outside of that. And he'll probably nope out. Okay, so Gore's gonna go check that out, that alternate pathing from the landing site. That should send us over to criteria. Ooh, okay, so space jumps slash, I want to say high jump. I think space jump is straight out required for the seed. If Gore gets bombs, I could see him trying to break logic. Oh yeah, most definitely meteor. So right now, if I'm in Gorodor shoes, I'm looking for a space jump or bombs if I feel sadistic. The Watcher in me wants deep wreck Shipley. Okay, there's the elevator for Krat, and we know it's Krat. And we know Wreck Ship exists because Kraid doesn't exist. This is a 6. Alright, Koopa's gonna be facing Spore Spawn here in a minute. Oh, and there's the complex. A little late to the show, but there it is. You know, Bagel, I know you got more than one version of those rooms. Maybe it's time for a selected area. All right, there's a spacer being picked up for Gore. We know that's not super helpful for what he needs. So we're gonna keep looking. Okay, Koopa's gonna make the dip here for... Oh, okay, he's just running through to get back into Brinstar. Reset from Gore's and check another path now. Get to the complex. This room's a couple miners. Cotton Candy might have something. Nope, just a missile today. E-tank there. I would, yeah. Way too far away, down from Labs Complex. Could be. Koopa should be getting done with Spore Spawn soon. Alright, 2 bosses down for Koopa. Boss count the same, but item progression is very different here. I still put him about 20 minutes behind Gore. See, now, Gorodor saw those missile blocks. Usually there's a miner in there, but wouldn't be surprised if there's a version of that room that has a door. I'd be checking every option possible. Yep, could have some stuff here. Oh, just all missiles. Yeah, Gore really doesn't feel like needing to pick up anything. We're slowly getting to that possibility of a wreck ship play here. Right now, just one major in Krat is, I'll say, a little odd. Let's not also forget, and I am forgetting, Terrain could still hold something in that site where the connector is. So I believe that's all that being able to unlock those doors is still viable. Oh, high jump. Let's see if Gore decides to go. No, he's going to keep looking. Hey, pick up that core. No, in all the honesty, he doesn't need it. Alright, I'm falling on a bunch of missiles. I think Gore's looking for space jump. He wants the certainty here. Oh. Okay, he's got a map scanner. And bombs. Yes, Paragon, you're correct. Even bombs. I think bombs over spring ball at this point. The 3 or 4 rooms that have a spring ball check are actually very skippable with bombs. Or not checking that. He knows it's just a minor. Oh, this might have something. Oh, spring ball. Okay. Still going to keep looking, though. See, I can see that's doable. Are we able to get up to those? The key in this room that Koopa's in is if we can get up to the doors in the middle. Towards the center of the room. Might not be doable. Might be too high. Got a nice little wave lock combat room here. And followed by another one. Should be seeing an elevator here soon. Phantom core. Oh, there's still a path you're missing there. I don't think there's an there's only an item in there. The rat room is available now. Check. I don't think he's got the height advantage with just high jump to get himself to Mother Brain. So maybe, yeah, maybe Ridley's holding the answer. Those were the days. Every pixel knows their name, Paragon? All right, Gore, what are we doing? There's a few options for Gore, but they're all spread out. I think the Ridley check is easiest to do first. Sadly, I think, well, hold on. If we find bombs, Gore will probably go for it. I think he'll try to IBJ his way up. But that would give Wreck Ship more of a possibility. Oh, Koopa's about to find Varia. You won't be happy to see that. But when I realized he could have had that a long time ago. Oh, the pixel buffer starts again. All right, yeah. So he's going to do the rot check. See what they have in the nest today. Crew attack will be the item he does not want to see right now. Ooh, it's bombs. All right. I think so. I think knowing his playstyle, I could see him going for it. I just don't remember how many more rippers there are in that room. As long as there's enough of them that he can at least give himself a platform and avoid having to do that really long bomb jump session. All right, folks, we'll get ready for some pixelated bombs. Okay, Koopa's back in here. No, that... Yeah, you can use this room. See, I was certain that... Okay, so my mistake. I didn't realize that this required room was at the top right of this site. Kept thinking he hadn't checked the door. I'm pretty sure Gore thinks he's also behind because he had to spend so much time. Alright, Gore, you're not going to do this room, okay. You could have done this room 20 minutes ago. Climb begins. Okay, so there's one ripper there. Oh, no. I guess that's all you need to do. Almost. Nice horizontal bomb jumping. Turning on phase on. It is just the 1x1. Okay, so this is favorable with the missile count. I would be curious to know what item is next to Mother Brain. Oh, that's not good enough. Yeah, opting to just jump. This escape should be pretty simple for Gore. There isn't actually any Spazer checks in Pyrine Wastes. So Spazer would not have been a problem. It's just the spring ball check that's the issue. It's less than, it's like a minute 20. This is going to be really short. Two more screens left. Oh, wait, so wave was required. Well, wave was required, period. All right. We have a winner with the race time at 49:47. Gorodor is our winner for tonight's first race of the week. GG's. Don't think we'll get him in for commentary. He doesn't like usually coming in. We'll see if he does. So is it spaceship wasn't wreck ship. Probably bomb locked. Yeah, so probably needed bombs to get through. I think it's that bottom, that far left path and criteria probably is what led to, more likely. There's no other option. A small gap in labs doesn't have any doors. So we know Koopa is going to need to get his way to criteria now. Pick up his high jump and then go back to... So you need to pick up high jump. Pick up high jump. Get bombs. Go back to wreck ship and get space jump. If I remember looking at that item order, I did not follow. Runners didn't. At least Gore didn't follow it that way. Like Morph Ball was very, very far down the list, and Gorodor joins us. GG, sir.
That was miserable.
That was interesting. Although to say that you were at any risk of losing this race is not at all close.
Well, that's comforting, I guess.
You what?
Like, I found the two bosses. And then I found Turian. I'm like, this is going to be quick. It's not quick. And then I'm like, oh god, if he went to criteria first, I am done.
So what happened is you went to Brinstar. Koopa went up to Ridley, saw the long beam check, and spent 10 minutes trying to break it.
What? Why?
He broke it, kept dying, kept going back in. I would say the first 25 to 30 minutes of the match was him doing that. You had both your bosses done before he had his first boss done.
I was expecting him to actually be ahead, especially after not finding a path to Brain, an easy path to Brain.
Otherwise, I find that your routing choices were good, and I honestly agree with your call to just go with bombs. I would have done the same thing.
That's all I was looking for. I wasn't. I could not remember if high jump was enough for that room, so that's why I kept looking.
Like we thought you were possibly looking for space jump, but a lot of us knew that if you found bombs, you were probably going to take a shot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Oh, I can relax now. This week's over for me.
Yes, you were hoping to get this over with.
Never want to see these settings again.
I'm sorry I rolled the 3 bot seed. I know you didn't want that.
Well, it worked out, I guess. But ugh.
Yeah, my worry was you guys finding that early connector for Brinstar. That possibly meant that scenario I mentioned to you about where Torian might actually have progression.
Oh.
It didn't happen. But logically, so like you got Morph Ball before you got High Jump, before you got Spazer, before you got Ice Beam, and all of those items are before Morph Ball in the logic order. So you're required to go Brinstar, Classic Criteria, Ridley, back to Criteria, back to Brinstar, back to Ridley, back to Criteria, back to Ridley, then pick up Varia, and then go to Wreck Ship to get Space Jump.
I kind of went back and forth in the seed.
Not in that order. Well, I wouldn't call the location this seed bombs was actually a nice location because that area, that's one of those, there's usually a major type room. So
yeah, you always check that room.
Yeah, always check that room. That screw attack. Screw attack wasn't really. Where's screw attack?
There was like a room I didn't check, I guess. It was on the same path, but I didn't continue since I found bombs.
36-0. So bombs is 36-0. Screw attack was 27-8.
Maybe not. $27.8.
Oh, it's in Amaze Balls.
It
was in Amaze Balls. Neither of you were going to get it. Probably the center item.
It's the center because the bottom one was magnet, I believe.
Yes,
it was a core.
Yeah, and neither one of you checked the middle, so you couldn't have anyways. Oh wow, okay. Koopa picked up Phase on, he's equipping it.
Hey, I equipped it at least.
You did it at the right time. He's equipping it for the content right now. With 2 E-tanks. It's got Varia, but so he's going where you didn't go. Oh, he's looking at Krat. That's the move. I didn't see his map to see if he scanned Mother Brain, but I'm pretty sure he's thinking he's got to do that room as well. How confident he's going to be with his bomb jumping is another story.
I have no idea how good he is. Like, I assume everyone can at least do single bomb jumps, but to get that high.
And I think that the third Ripper in that room is not an automatic spawn.
I think the second one is not automatic because I was surprised when I didn't see it spawn.
Oh yes, the second one. Sorry, it's a third. So maybe high jump wasn't a needed thing. Maybe just bombs.
So I'm curious now. What's it called? Full chasm.
Yes, bombs are in Rat's Nest chasm. So Koopa's going the right way to go get that verticality. He'll probably scour criteria as well. The question is after, will he remember to go check that spot in Ridley? In Rat's Nest, no. There's like no enemies whatsoever. Your biggest enemy in that room is the heat.
Oh, none of the Rippers are locked.
Really?
None of them are locked.
What's the pathing requirement then?
Space jump.
Oh, it's a hard. Okay, very just hard required space jump. Very interesting.
Glad I kept looking for bombs or space jump.
Yeah. Okay, well, at least it's pathed appropriately.
I mean, it's a root room. Usually pretty good at pathing.
I can see him. Oh, we just double scanned the same spot.
Fat on the brain.
Yeah. Well, it's the only option he's got, so he's fairly certain that was there. Surprised he didn't go right here to pick up the item, or at least check it. He's not picking it up. He's groaning now.
It's a minor. I was confident in my... Yeah, I was confident in my loadout.
Had it been the larger of the two Mother Brain rooms, though, would you have done some pickups? At least I think you wouldn't have turned on phase on, because that would have been way more painful. Oh yeah, Kaz makes a good
I
point.
want to turn on phase on.
Kaz makes a good point.
It's
That
not a
double miner
terrible
room, that double miner room you fell into, you snubbed that E-tank. So this was Phaser. He's not picking it up, interesting enough. We know this is the wrong way. Was it a bomb locked in this hallway?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, wow. Go all the way to Ridley, pick up bombs, come all the way back here just to go to Wreck Ship, get space jump.
No.
If I'm not mixed, I'm looking at the spoiler log now. I think the space jump location is not too far from the elevator. Gonna run him in a long check. Oh, nice D-boost to do a mid-air morph jump. I do not believe that the poop showed up today, Paragon. Looking at the room sizes. Unfortunately.
I mean, we could say it did, but I'm not going to go check.
So mean. Yeah, you want to pick up that E-Tank Koopa if you're going to go phasing all the way.
I think with phase on, it doesn't matter how many E-Tanks you have.
It's just the fact that he's going to have it on the whole time that... You see the E-Tank, just pick it up. At the very least, it just fills up your energy and you can just keep going.
Yeah, but... Well, he didn't keep going. He reset.
He reset, but you did the same thing. Should be in that high jump soon. Okay, he's going all the way to the end. Start checking, which you did not do. I think you didn't go. Yeah, you didn't go down here. Oh no, you did. You did. Sorry. Good call, turning off ice. Yeah, then there's a second wave check room. What do you have in this room to trigger that? Is it a...
It's one of those cactus on a gate, and when it falls in lava, it just disappears.
Okay.
Kind of like the crate effect.
Thanks, Kaz.
Is he marking areas to go to?
Yeah.
I mean, if it works for him, I guess.
Yeah. No. Well, look, the full clear on this is necessary. Oh my God, there's Crystal. You never checked that one. Not a horrible place.
I wasn't checking any miners.
Yeah, but that's a horrible place for that. I just see Spring Ball. I hope he knows that's not necessary for anything, so he's just gonna keep looking.
I mean, I was still picking up regardless.
No. The pickup is good.
Like, if I found Space Jump in that one Spring Ball room and I didn't have Spring Ball, I would be sad.
Yeah. Oh, nice drop. He's picking up those tanks. It's missing a spot, huh? Oh no, he's leaving. He's leaving. He did not find high jump. This is not good. Excuse me, chat, while I count grids.
Ooh. Now I'm curious about something.
Oh, yeah, he did. So that part of Labs Complex where there's the bottom and then the door on the right, he didn't do the right door. That's where high jump is. So he just forgot about it and left. Yeah, counting is hard, especially when you have to remember that 0 is an actual number on the grid. So we're gonna give Koopa about another 20 minutes or so, and then we're gonna have to think about ending this soon. We actually have a Z1R tournament starting on SG Prime in about 40 minutes. Well, sometimes people just want to finish their seed. I personally was kind of rooting for the quick finish. It would have been like the fastest run in the tournament so far. By a mile.
I was trying, but the seed said no.
All right, where are you going, Koopa? You're going to Brintstar.
Is he gonna try to cheese?
The only way I can see him doing this, and technically still needs something to get higher, would be to sit on the Ripper, wait for it to unfreeze, and then when he takes the D boost, do the mid-air morph jump. But you still need high jump to try that. So he's thinking
high jump will be enough,
and it'll be enough to get up with the Rippers. But after that, he's still stuck. So maybe he thinks Turian's got the answer. Those doors are still doable in that archaeological site.
God, if Space Jump was there the whole time.
Oh, yeah. That would have been something.
That would have been like the last thing I check. Oh, he's going to try it. This is not going to work out.
Oh. Especially not with energy ticking down.
Yeah, even with high jump, there's not another ripper.
Yeah.
Until like towards the top.
Well, let's do a quick rundown on how this week's going to go. So this is the only race for today. Tomorrow we have a double hitter starting at 8 p.m. We're going to have Kazuto IRL versus Flurry, and then at 10 o'clock our 3-0 matchup. Highlight of the week, in my opinion, Meteor 9 versus Lami Amada. Friday night, we have another double hitter, 7 p.m., Kaze Valera versus Winterloon. And at 9 o'clock, it's Florida versus Ohio. Oh, wait, I mean MST versus Epi. And then we'll end off the... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say a lot of good matches, but I didn't realize you still had one more.
And then we'll end off the week with my own match versus Fienzi at 8 p.m. on Saturday to end off the Swiss rounds, and then we'll moving on to brackets for the following week. Just a bit as a reminder, because we are 14 participants in this week's tournament. I believe we're going to have a couple people that have a bye in the first round. So odds are the winner of Meteor versus Noah Amada will be person will likely have the first bye, and if I'm not mistaken, second bye will be probably a 3-1. There will be quite a few of us.
Not me.
So at least for us normies that aren't perfect, it's still worth the race to see if we can get that first week off. Oh, we even already have a channel for tomorrow's first match. Kaz and Flurry will be on SG2.
Cool.
So always gotta check the top door here. Okay, I like this.
As well.
I like the bounce off the bomb jump to get a little more height.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, the tech's pretty good. So this is gonna be a minor. He's not gonna be happy to see that. He doesn't have that marker in the lapse complex in the wrong spot. I'm worried he's going to try to go to Ridley now.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to cheese Rat's Nest.
No.
No?
Going. Nope. Oh, he's got to check that top item. He marked that spot earlier. This was also a missile, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. He's going to crash that off. Oh, there we go. Now he marked it.
Unfortunately, it's a journey back there.
And he's not going there.
Well...
According to Heroes, that That trick with the bounce is called the forbidden bounce. I didn't know it had a name.
I didn't know either.
He thinks that you could use that to get the item in Rat's Nest. Well, they're interesting to see if you can.
No, I tried.
Yeah, you've tried that.
I was trying it.
I didn't think so either.
You don't get enough height.
Find the missile there. I think there's maybe what, 2 more screens. 1. You're out of markers, Koopa.
I am kind of curious why he's marking spots he's going to. Oh, I was wondering why I didn't have this room marked. Well, we're finally going back to criteria.
All right, sorry about that. I had to actually walk away real quickly. Didn't have time to say anything.
Wow, leaving me here all by my lonesome, just like
Hey.
the other day.
You can handle it, sir. You can handle it. All right. So, only got another 6 minutes or so before we got to head out. But it finally looks like he's on his way to the right spot. At least to get high jump.
And then to go all the way back for bombs.
Yeah, we won't be on to see that happen. Oh, did he, Paragon? Did he say that in the race chat or his stream? No, okay, in the race chat, yeah. Yeah, well, at the same time, he forgot to check that door. He was right there.
I wonder if he thinks he's in Go now.
I hope not. Okay, so the plan was to end stream around 9:40. Why am I in the race? I'm talking, Epi.
Wait, why are you in the race?
I don't know.
Come on, Sky, hurry up and finish the seed.
I'm trying. But Samus is moving on her own. Yeah, we're gonna wait and see what happens here. If Koopa goes the wrong way, we'll end up stopping stream. The plan was to stop around 9:40. Let the Z1 tournament get ready. Yes, MST. That was my plan. It is Kaz if this room shows up. Also, wave beam.
What's wrong with waving?
In this room, wave beam is bad.
I disagree.
It's killing the timing.
Just don't be
Look.
bad. I was doing fine with wave beam in this room. And he has high jump.
He better not die in this room. Like, my backup is min or morph jumping in this room. Just roll off. Oh,
He's making this harder than it needs to be. This is not even my room either.
there we go. Yay!
Now, which elevator do we stand on?
I agree with Kaz. If he's having that much trouble and Wave Beam is causing it, he should just turn off Wave Beam. Or High Jump.
Or get good. Says the person that lost to Kaz.
Okay. Does he go down or does he go right? He's going down.
He's gonna try. This is not gonna work.
No, this is not going to work. All right. We'll watch him fail and we'll end stream right there. To be fair, he doesn't know what's higher up in the room, so I can see why he's trying to do it. At the same time, like, if I'm committed to finishing this, I'm going to go look for everything else at this point.
I do like that he's not taking the Turian elevator.
I don't know which one would be faster. The only reason to take the Turian elevator at this point is just to reset his health.
Yeah, but if he can't do it, resetting back to the Brinstar criteria elevator would be better.
That is also true.
Yep, time to be disappointed.
Time to be disappointed. All right, guys. That's going to be it for us tonight. Sorry for Koopa. We're not going to watch him get to finish it today. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Once again, 8 p.m. Kaz versus Flurry. Right now showing for SG2. So on behalf of myself, Gorodor, Paragon, Koopa, still going, and everyone over here on the SG community, have a good night. We'll see you next mission.